guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandy if you're new here, and if not, welcome back. On today's video, we're going to be trying the AVON TRUE Flawless Ultra Matte Foundation, and this is a much more cheaper alternative to the AVON TRUE Color Liquid Foundation, which was much more of a natural finish. This one is a matte finish, and they claim that it is ultra matte, so we're really gonna test that out in this video. Now I have dry skin, so I feel like I would be the perfect candidate to really try if this is a drying formula or not. And I wanted to say that I got mine in the shade Dark Cocoa, which was the darkest shade in the range. Now the shade above this kind of seemed lighter, and so I wanted to just try Dark Cocoa because it's better to go darker in foundation than it is to go lighter. Now I wanted to show you how it actually looks. This comes in a tube and it just says AVON TRUE Flawless Ultra Matte. I hope you guys can see that. But yeah, it's a cute little color combo. I really do like what they did with the packaging. This foundation comes in 12 different shades. Now that for someone might throw them off, but for me, because I've seen it firsthand, I know that it does have the Color IQ technology, just like the previous foundation from AVON TRUE, and this particular one is just the matte formula of that foundation. Unfortunately, it does come in this tube, but I will say that one shade could be worn by up to 4 different women with different skin colors and skin types and undertones and all of that, so it's not something to be worried about once you have a foundation that doesn't quite seem to be your perfect match, because it will slowly adjust to, presumably, as they claim, mimic your skin tone, which is something we'll really test because this foundation is the darkest in the range, and I'm clearly not the darkest dark skin babe out there, so we'll really try that in this video. I will say that it is very affordable. It retails at regular price for 155 rand / 155 pula if you're in Botswana, but I will say this, it is currently retailing for way less than that at 109, so be sure to get this before the end of the month. Do contact me. All the links to my social media and everything, and perhaps my number, will be in the description box, so be sure to check that out. Something that I wanted to address, this foundation is pocket size. You can carry it anywhere. Now if you have a look at my other 2 foundations, this is the Revolution Beauty Conceal and Hydrate foundation, and this is the Super Stay made by Maybelline. Now guys, do you see the difference in the packaging? Which one would you guess has much more volume than the other? This is 23 ml and this is 30 ml, and along with the Super Stay, our baby, the Flawless Ultra Matte, is also 30 ml. So I don't know, but something about AVON's products, they seem to come in very small packaging. I guess this is a real definition of good things come in small sizes, because all of their stuff looks so mini, but when you look at the volume and match to the other products, you find out that actually they're the same. So just something to keep in mind. One other thing that I wanted to mention is that it is a light to full coverage foundation depending on how much you put on your skin. Although we cannot measure that in pumps, I will try to show you guys how much it is that I use. I like that it gives us that option to, you know, go light, go medium, or go full coverage. For someone who doesn't really have that much problem skin in terms of like acne, I can kind of control how much coverage I want. Let's jump into this review. Okay guys, so I wanted to quickly swatch this shade for you guys so you can clearly see it before I apply it on the rest of my face. This is our AVON TRUE Flawless Ultra Matte Foundation in the shade Dark Cocoa, and this is what it looks like. I hope you guys can see. I'm gonna try and move up close. That is what the shade looks like. I'm really happy with it because I feel like it's going to be a better match than the walnut that I got from the AVON True one. So let's go ahead and apply it on the rest of my face. I'm going to do something that I never do on this channel. I'm going to apply half of my face with a brush and the other half with a sponge, see if it has any significant difference, and then blend it with a sponge because that's my preference because I have pores. So tell me if it helps you guys in any way. It's quite easy to squeeze out from the tube, so be very careful. The formula, the consistency is not runny. It's not runny at all. It's just it's a beautiful match. So that is the application of the AVON True ULTRAMatte in Dark Cocoa. Guys, do you see the difference between this side and this side? The application with a brush was really smooth. I am looking at my pores and they seem pretty filled out. Right off the bat when I applied it, I didn't feel dry. I still don't feel dry. Maybe it's because we just moisturized. I will let you know at the end of the video how I feel. But so far, the coverage is definitely light with one pump because I can still see my blemishes. The camera is definitely flashing them out, but I can still see the blemishes. So I want to see how it will do when we apply the second coat, and hopefully they will be covered. Because this is definitely, I'm not gonna say this is light coverage because I don't know, that is our second slash sort of pump. Let's just go over my blemishes and see how I feel. A little bit more on the forehead. Oh my god, can I just say this light? I do apologize for the lighting. The coverage on this foundation for me is really pretty. I feel like the color match. I wish they had this in that natural finish, but the finish for this, wow. So that is our second pump. You guys can even see the pigment kind of separating there on our forehead. Guys, I am really liking this. They say I have dry skin, but I really doubt it at this point because I'm not feeling that matte, that ultra matte feeling that they promised. So I wonder how it's going to perform for someone with actual what you call it, with actual oily skin. Really and truly, I'm loving this. So we're gonna go on the other side. You guys can see close up. Do you see those blemishes right there? I'm gonna have them covered because you see on this end they are completely covered with pump 2, and I feel like honestly anyone who applies more than 2 pumps of foundation should reconsider their foundation, because too much product on your face really does weigh you down throughout the day. So what do you think so far? I'm impressed with the coverage and the mimicking of the tone and everything that they said about that. I'm impressed so far. That is me after my first pump, and I'm gonna say this honestly, if I wanted that light, the sponge does apply differently. That light coverage that we're talking about does come through with a sponge more than it did with a brush, because the sponge tends to hold on to some of the product compared to what a brush would do, as you can see. But this is like 2 pumps. Let me apply the second pump and show you guys how that looks. So far, I really like this coverage of the foundation. I really do. I wish that Avon would come up with a pump for this package and like you could buy it separately. I would not mind buying it separately, because honestly I just feel like the whole idea of this could waste product, because I mean, what are you going to do with all that excess, you know what I mean? Alright guys, this is the brush side and this is the sponge side. As you can see, let me move up close. With the brush, it has that kind of airbrushed effect, and with a sponge, not all the product got onto my face. No matter how much I tried to pat it in, and I seem to make it worse by trying to pat it in because I'm taking out whatever's left. But I just feel like from this day on, I might prefer a sponge. I mean, I might prefer a brush. I should probably get more foundation brushes, because after applying this, I definitely do see the difference with a brush. It's not showing that much on camera, but here I can see how airbrushed it is and how it's not filling into any of my I don't know, not filling into any lines or anything with a brush, because you kind of cover more area with a brush compared to with a sponge. Because with a sponge, it's definitely like a hit or miss kind of situation, where perhaps if a product is too pigmented and you work very slowly, you might have like patches of pigment on your face, if that makes sense. But really and truly, the foundation in itself, I'm impressed. I give it a thumbs up. I'm not feeling that ultra matte, like, oh my god, my skin is cracking effect, but looking in the mirror, I can see it is dried down on this side, and it's not, I'm not feeling dry. I feel like I could have even gotten away with not wearing so much moisturizer, because I had this fear that, you know, I'm going to apply this matte foundation and just feel like, you know, I'm cracking, and I'm not. So if you have dry skin, this is something you can wear, because you are looking at the person with the most ashiest skin in the world. And when we talk about those with oily skin, you are not going to be feeling so dry and so matte. I feel like it's the perfect balance of oil control. For today's concealer, I'm going to be using the one we got from Avon with the neutral undertone. I never mentioned, but this does have like a bit of a crayon smell to it. I don't know if that's what it's meant to smell like.
That's good.
Avon products working together. Today I'm going in very lightly with the setting powder, because guys, I do not bake. I don't know if you have dry skin, you cannot bake. Can I say that this foundation, apart from my Maybelline, seems to be a very good match. Today we're gonna reverse contour, and what that does is really kind of contour your already contouring bronzer. I'm going to show you a new product that I got from Avon. This is the AVON True Color Glazewear Lip Gloss. Yes, and this is in the shade Plum Pretty. It looks, let me just give it a swatch. They were not joking when they said Plum Pretty. I've been wearing it the past couple of days. That is the shade. That definitely is plum to me. And to layer it to create that kind of, you know, that beige kind of, I don't know. I like to maintain the color of the my inner lips as bright as possible. Guys, bear with me. This lipstick is my favorite, and I had to go ahead and ruin it. But this is the Essence Ultra Last Instant Color in the color 7. This is a brilliant color. Like, look at that. So we're going to wear this gloss right on top, on the outer edges. This gloss gives me life. Yes. Final thoughts. I am impressed with the 109 Fuller foundation. I love how it is, it's giving me that, you know, I'm there, I'm gonna cover you, baby, but I'm not going to dry your skin. And I know it's really so hard to say anything bad about these Avon products because they really have been coming through. I mean, look at my face. You cannot dispute that the foundation is really good. We've had it on for more than 20 minutes and this is what it looks like. It's still intact. I sweat a lot. You guys know at the end of the video I am breaking a sweat. There's sweat somewhere. There's literally no sweat today. So I can definitely say it's that perfect balance of oil control. Because I do not have oily skin, I am not the perfect candidate to say, you know, it's going to keep all the oils in check. But from where I'm sitting, I know that I do sweat a lot. And to be sitting here and looking at this and being like, this is absolutely flawless. It is matte. I'm gonna say that. It's matte. It's very matte. But I'm not like, you know, matte wear to the point where I feel like my skin is cracking. I don't feel how matte it is, but I can see how matte it is, if that makes any sense. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a comment for me in the description box. Which of the two were your favorite? From the AVON True Ultra Matte, Flawless Ultra Matte, and the AVON True Color Liquid Foundation, which has a natural finish. For me, personally, I really like this foundation. But if I was to kind of choose between the two, for me, the formula that would win would be the the shade that would win would be this shade. I wish that foundation had this exact shade, I'm gonna try, but I think that was the darkest shade. Walnut, was it the darkest shade in the range? I'm not quite sure. So I'm gonna try and get my hands on the darkest shade. Maybe my opinion will change, but so far I wish I had this shade in that liquid formula, because like I said, I have dry skin. Now I don't know how this will react if I was to wear it the whole day, but I feel like this is the perfect foundation that I would wear in summer, and I would be sure that it would not be breaking. I will not be breaking a sweat. I would not be caking or anything, because unlike other foundations that change color, this did not do that. It did exactly as it said, adjust to my skin color. As you can see, I can still see Sandile coming through. And you know what, I am happy that I also used a neutral concealer today and a little bit of powder, because that's not overbearing the foundation and making it look really, really dark. I will say that the darkest skin babe, I'm not sure how this shade is gonna work for you, but this is absolutely perfect. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.